Alright, so we're going to be digging deeper into a dead trend, which is tier list making. Now, as the title says, we're going to be ranking from worst to best, the best free-to-play category teams on Dokkan at the moment. I thought it would be a good time to do this now, since the fact we are closing into the 300 mil download celebration, and I don't think there's going to be more stuff coming out for the celebration specifically. So it'd be a good middle point for both Global and JP to do this tier list. And through this whole year, we've been getting a lot of free-to-play support, so I'm super happy about that, and I'm pretty comfortable ranking these teams now. There are a lot of category teams, so get ready for a longer video. Now, this is the tier list here. This is from tiermaker.com. I made this myself. I got pretty much 39 categories that there are. I might be missing some, but I don't really care. These are the most important ones to rank anyway. If I miss one, then let me know in the comment section. I want to make some rules before we start this, because of the fact if we don't have rules, then it would be a complete mess of a tier list. So, rule number 1, they have to be free-to-play units, obviously. Now, this excludes redstone units, wish strips, cards that you get through tickets, excluding World Tournament and DB Saga banner ticket summons, because if we added those 3 options that I banned, then it's pretty much just add every single card in the game, and then you might as well add every single red coin unit in the game. Then it's, yeah, it's not great. Number 2, this is a category tier list, which means we are banning mono type teams, and also super and extreme type teams, and then the mixture of both. So those are not going to be in this tier list here. Number 3, all the units that are in this specific category, the team build has to be with the units that are in that category. So, for example, I know it's a little bit confusing, the Super Saiyan 4 Goku, if you run him as the friend leader, as you might know, he is a Goku family category leader, but also he provides Super AGL boost. So we're going to exclude those units that are in Super AGL, for example, for that team build. That just means there's a little bit more restrictive with the team building, and it just makes it easier to rank them all. And yeah, just a little bit more balanced, I guess you could say. And other than that, I mean, all the cards that included is World Tournament, DB Saga units, barbershop units, even gifted units I will include, and of course, farmable units from story events, anything like that. So, I think we should get started here. The most easiest one that I can do is useless. There are a few useless categories in here. Not too many, but some. And what I mean by useless is you can't really run a full team of them. So, boom, Shadow Dragon Saga, there's like 3 units in there, including the limited Easy A Spirit Bomb Goku, Super Saiyan 3, 1 unit, sure, 1 unit, just only 1, including the Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, there's only 1 missing unit that you need, and that would usually be filled up with an SR card that can awaken. And I think there's 1 more in here, which I am recalling is Giants. That's the one. I almost forgot about Giants, but yes, they're another category that we can't use efficiently. So those 3 are going to be in the useless one, so that's a nice quick 3 gone away. Now we can go to D. D is like, why would you run these ever kind of situations, with very, very, very few situations where you would actually use. So for example, World Tournament category, not really a good category to run since they don't even have a pay-to-play leader. Oh, that's another rule that I wanted to add. The only pay-to-play unit that is going to be on the team is the friend leader, of course. So, yeah. Another team that I'll put in here is low-class warriors. At least when it comes to these teams, you can build a full team. They have some events where they get extra drops. So the Raditz events, in the specific Raditz event, low-class warriors get extra drops, which is nice. World Tournament, I think there's one where you get extra drops. I don't remember. Probably Rivals. This physical Piccolo is Rivals, right? This Piccolo here is Namekians. Pretty much you just can't build a proper team with Rivals as the category main focus, right? There's no proper free-to-play leader. There are some leaders, but there's just not enough of the units in that category to build a team. So Rivals is going to be at D. I guess you can... Actually, you know what? We're going to put them at useless. We're going to put them at useless. You just can't build a team, pretty much. It's just going to be a random team build, pretty much. I guess while we're on the Piccolo, I mean, the Namekians, I'm going to put them at the... I'm going to put them in D as well. They're just not used as much. Piccolo did boost them up quite a bit, though. The physical Piccolo, it's just not enough to really build to really run them at all. Your pretty much main focus is Easy A Piccolo and then transforming with the physical Piccolo. they just don't have any other units in there for free-to-play specifically. I mean, you got Nail if you're pay-to-play, so that gives them a little bit of an extra oomph in the tier list, but since this is only free-to-play only, yeah, other than like Easy Piccolo and like Lord Slug maybe, there's not really high damaging units, no high defensive units, just those two. Another D tier will probably be the fusion category. Now, at least you can build a full team, so I'm going to put them up higher. It's just that you can't utilize the full team properly, so it's pretty much just Gogeta carrying the team once again, kind of like the Namekians. We do have a good free-to-play leader, which is the Easy A-based Gogeta from the Dragon Ball Super movie. It's just that you can't utilize his full passive just with a fusion category team. So, and then like the only other highlighted unit is probably like Ghost Tanks and Super Saiyan 3 Ghost Tanks. It's not enough. I mean, Ghost Tanks doesn't have that good of stats anyway, so in like harder events, these guys won't last too long. At all, actually. Now, I think we're going to give it a little rest with the low tier stuff. Let's go a bit higher in the category. Some of the things I'm really confident about being in the top tier teams, really. So, Cell Saga has got to be S. I'm in love with this team, man. It might not be the best friend leader in the world with the Cell, but because his restriction is so much easier to get for free-to-play, he just gets utilized way more. I mean, he's got a good linking partner in the category, which is the Ella Tech Cell. And then you've got the two best Easy A's in the game, which is the Tech Gohan and Goku, and then the STR Vegeta and Trunks. You have Krillin in there, which is 120% leader, which can raise his defense significantly, and has a decent attack and defense, and self-sufficient with Ki, depending on his spot. Really good right there. And then you have Yardrat Goku. The team build, if you haven't seen the showcase, make sure you do so. It's such a good team build. So I'm loving the team. I'm giving it an S. Dragon Ball Seekers, I'm going to put in S. Dragon Ball Seekers by itself is not the best with that rule set that we're doing. I might put him low S at the very least, or maybe high A. It's just because we don't have the accessibility of 100% leader Super Battle Road Goku, because he's not in the category. He's in the sub-leader category. So with the rule set, he might be on a lower end. I might move them later on, depending on the team. Goku's family, S tier. So many options, so many good Goku cards, so many Gohan cards, so many... Even Goten cards there, the physical one is decent, I guess. They just have a lot of options to build around. Super Saiyan 4 Goku is a really good LR as well. Pretty solid team. Vegeta, I'm going to put an A. Now, Vegeta's family, it's still not the best. There's no real good support. There's no support, actually, for free-to-play. It's just high damaging units. Ella Trunks is not really defensively good unless you're versing multiple enemies at that point. Pretty much, if I was to do a Vegeta family, I would mix in a lot of STR teams. So, just pure Vegeta's family. I mean, at least they got a 77% leader, which is why they're A. If this was before the 300 mil, they'll probably be at B, honestly. So, good upgrade, for sure. For the Ginyu Force, I might put them C. I might move them later. But, obviously, easy, obtainable team that can pretty much go up against most Dokkan events these days. Still, they're crucial for the Ginyu Force Super Battle Road, of course. Two 100% leaders with good supports in there. They link all well, extra 2 Ki. 25% attack up, I think it is, with the Ginyu Force link. So, solid team, they work well, and some good units, unique units in there. So, I'm going to put them a C, maybe B, depending on what this, tier list looks like at the end. Hybrid Saiyans, I'm still confused on. Like, there's some good things about it, and there's some bad things about it. Of course, Ultimate Gohan is the worst thing about it. I might put them at B for now. I'm putting that B pretty high up there just because you can run the Tech Trunks as the friend leader, which gives them so much more versatility. And also, I think you can... And B-Pan's in there. You've got some decent hitting units. So they're okay. For the DB Saga, I'm going to put them in A tier. It's pretty much Dragon Ball Seekers and Youth mixed together. You just run Kid Goku. And then you run the Ella Yamcha, Ella Goku and Arale, Ella Goku and Bulma. You have the Tech Bomb if you want. You have the Tiwa of the Arale and Goku. So it's pretty much the same as Dragon Ball Seekers in terms of team build. It's just a weaker leader, I guess. So yeah, I'll put them at A. It's just a different leader. And you do have like a support in there as well, which is the Kami. So And also, all of them have the same links with the with the Guidance of the Dragon Balls and the other link that they have. I think that's 20% attack boost and 2 ki. And of course, the Youth Goku, which is what you're going to be running as your friend leader. I just have them different because Goku here has 2 categories that he mains in, which is why I chose Demon King Piccolo for this category. So don't mind that. Just remember, this is DB Saga. I guess we can talk about Youth. I might put Youth at A right now. It's the same thing, pretty much. But not only that, you have the 120 lead with the Goku and Bulma, which you can use as the leader. You also get B-Pan as an option, so I'm probably going to put them higher than DB Saga. I might put them higher than the Vegeta as well, for now. I think that's solid, as of now. And obviously, you have those Easy A cards as well. There's a lot of Youth Easy A cards, which is kind of cool. A mediocre team probably be Transformation Boost. Probably will go to C. It's just not a fun team to use, honestly. Bru's not that great of a leader. And they don't even have a proper leader. They have a 50% leader, which is the Golden Frieza. And he doesn't even... his support doesn't really work in that team, I think. So I'm going to put them at C. It's mediocre. I will put the representatives of Universe 7 in C, as well as Hit, or Universe 6 in C, but lower than Rep 7. Rep 7 pretty much is just a glass cannon. There's no real defensive units that I can think of. Monarch is the leader. He's going to lose a lot of your HP. And actually in the team, can you even lower attack? Oh, you can with the androids. I guess that works. If you can lower attack, this team can get really good. So I'll give it credit. I might even put them at B. No, I'm going to put them high C. High C. And then Hits is just, if you can't stun, he's not going to do good. His team is pretty forced on you with no real highlights. There's some supports in there, but I don't see it being a good team at all. Except, you know, you have Kaba and Caulifla, which are going to carry your team, probably. Peppy Girls is kind of like the Hits one, but the friendly is probably better. I'm going to put it at B. You can actually use the team pretty well. Of course, they're needed in the Super Battle Road, so that helps them a lot. Ribrianne, the new Inter-Awakening, is pretty good. 88% leader as well for the STR one for the leader. And you can pretty much run Universe Survival Saga and get a full boost for Caulifla. And then you also have the new Android 18, which is a really good card to bring in the team. So I'm kind of liking that in B. For the Universe Survival Saga, I'll probably put them at B. Kind of like, it's pretty much these two combined. Just more defensive options. You can bring the Jiren as your leader. Of course, for the damage reduction, they have the Tournament of Power link, which means that's 3 ki. Goten, Trunks, and Marin gets a defense boost as well. Jiren's just really good as well for a friend leader with stuns, guaranteed criticals, and stuff like that. Obviously, doesn't need the stuns, but a super solid team for sure. The androids, for now, I'm going to put them high B as well. The only thing they need is a good free-to-play leader. We're still stuck with the 21 for the 50% leader. If that increased to like 80, 90, 100, any of those, it would be a really good team. It's debuff city on that team. So if you can debuff a stage, androids is super, super solid. And I actually love running the team, especially with the new LR Cell and stuff like that. And the new LR Android 16, 17, and 18, which is such a good card. I think Pure Saiyans will go on S tier. I don't know where yet. Maybe higher than Dragon Ball Seekers right now. Again, one of those teams with full versatility. You can run a full Easy A team, which I will showcase very soon. And you have supports on deck, 100% leader. I think the only thing is maybe a better leader in terms of attack. But Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta is pretty good on his own. And even the physical Super Saiyan transforming Vegeta is pretty decent as well. Especially with the new Easy A, Goku, and Vegeta cards. Super good team, for sure. Joint Forces is a confusing one to me since I haven't used KO and Caulifla on a Joint Forces team. So I'm just going to go into a whim and say that it's going to be a good team. Like, on paper, it looks like a good team. You know, you have LR Yamcha in there. You have a lot of LRs, actually. So I'm going to put them in A since you have LR, Raleigh, and Goku in there. You have the Goku and Bulma in there. they can definitely be ran. You have Ella Yamcha as the leader. KO and Khalifa will raise their defense, making them a absolute tank. You can run just a full LR team. The LR Great Saiyan for even more defensive capabilities, sealing. And then if you want more damage output, you know, Videl and Gohan is good. Goten and Trunks. Yeah, there's some good options in that team. I can definitely see it doing a lot of damage, so I'm going to put them in A, not knowing that, not really testing them out as of yet. Full power, I'm putting them in... I'm going to put them in D. They don't have a proper leader. The only leader that I can think of that supports the team well is the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan from the World Tournament. And even then, you're restricted to like 3 types, which is not that great. And there's not really that many full power free-to-play units in there. So, probably put them right behind the Fusion so far. Movie heroes, I'm giving them an A. I'll probably put them... let's see. I'm going to put them in A tier. You have triple Easy A units. You have Arale and Goku in there. Great Saiyan Man, LR in there. Gogeta. It's a pretty solid team. And Easy A base form, yeah, with the Easy A base form Gogeta actually being utilized properly, perfect team. Just with the 70% leader, really, really good. I'm trying my best to separate them in their proper tier, but it's really, really hard when you have so many options. Okay, so artificial life forms, I'm actually gonna give it a A. Artificial life forms is so good. I might even put them above the DB Saga. I love artificial life forms, especially with the new LR Tech Cell. You can run a beast of a team that's like anti-Saiyan, which is so good. Especially with the copy Vegeta, you have LR Tech Cell, obviously, Arms in there. There's a lot of good units, and of course, if you're versing pure Saiyans and stuff like that, it's going to be an easy run with this team. So, really, really good team. Probably not the best team, but super fun to use for sure in specific type events. Planet Namek Saga. Now, this one's a confusing one. You probably run Super Saiyan Goku, and then that means you're kind of restricted to Super, or else they don't really work together. But I would say it's a B. It's a solid B. You can run Easy A Piccolo, Easy A Gohan, the Easy A second form Frieza. You have a 70% leader in there. Super Saiyan Goku is pretty good as well. I guess we can talk about Super Saiyan Goku. Now that we're pretty much running him on a Goku's family, so he's like a sub-category for Goku's family. You're pretty much just running Super Saiyan Goku's family. And yeah, it's same as the Kamehameha. It's the exact same thing. It's just Kamehameha, Goku's family at that point. So I'm going to put them at A. They're still very decent teams. And of course, the friend leaders are really great. Maybe Gohan's up here because I love using Gohan. His raise defense is kind of like KO and Khalifa. And of course, you also have the Goku and Gohan to raise defense. So tank-wise, they're really, really good. The only unfortunate thing is that you can't really transform with the free-to-play version of the Kamehameha team unless you put in the Cell World Tournament card with these rules that I'm putting in here. And unfortunately, the World Tournament Tech Cell isn't really that great for this team in terms of synergy-wise because he only supports extreme-type allies. The Wicked Bloodline, I'll put it A as well. Wicked Bloodline, super good. They have a good leader. Super versatile. They work well together. There's not really much to say. Metacooler is really good as well. Siblings Bond, I'm going to put them high B. Friend leader pretty much carries, but if you run the 120% leader, it's just that they don't work really well together, especially with the lack of key that you're going to have on the team. That's just the hardest part, really, about the team. It's just that they don't really work well together. But other than that, like, they're a really solid team if you can get the key right. So I'll put them at high B. Potara I'll probably put at high C. It's funny because one of the 2 best LRs in the game, their teams for free-to-play is just not the greatest. So Potara, you use LR Vegito, and then you don't really get the full access to Supreme Kai's passive. I think you have to run an SR. There's not many Potara units in the game, like Candy Vegito and stuff like that. It's not the greatest. It's kind of the same thing as Gogeta, where Vegito carries the team, but in this case, it's a much more usable team than Gogeta's. 6 units left. Oh my god. These are the hardest parts. Resurrected Warriors, I'll probably put in B as well. You're probably going to use the Broly more often than not than Frieza, because there's a lot of good super units in the team, and you don't want it to get debuffed by Frieza. So you're probably going to run Broly, and Broly issues with Ki. But other than... Actually, I'm going to put them at A. Low A, though. Because you got Oob in there. If you get every transformation out, then they're solid. They're solid. Alright, so Majin Buu Saga arc, I'll probably put at B. Vegeta is not that great. It takes time to build up, and then if you take a super attack, he is going to get hurt quite a bit. At this point, in terms of damage, 1000 Day Goku is going to carry in the most damage right there. They have some good damage output, like Ella, Hercule, and stuff like that, but they don't really work together that well. But, you know, they still have Ella Great Saiyan for the key, so that's going to help them quite a bit. But yeah, just not the strongest team out there, not the most tankiest team out there as well. Realm of Gods, I'll probably put at A. Bunch of ECA units, they work well together with the, Warrior of Gods and the other godly power. So extra attack boost. You got a decent lead skill if you run the Ella Vegito. Supreme Kai goes in there pretty well. You got a Kami in there that will help you with support if you need it. Unfortunately, you're kind of forced to use MUI Goku. Sometimes that might screw you up if he doesn't dodge, so that's a big thing to note about. So it's not going to be the best team in the world just because of the flaw of the friend leader, but you've got some good tanks in there. You've got some good damage output. I think it's an overall great team in every area, pretty much. Kind of like movie heroes. 3 teams left. Future Saga and Time Travelers really confused me. I don't know which one's better. But I'm just gonna go Time Travelers on B, Future Saga in C. I think Future Saga, you run Trunks, of course. You're just limited to, like, specific units. Because, again, one of those problems is you can only select 6 units. And there's only, like, 6 units to pick from. And the rest are pay to play. So, yeah, that's a big deal. And the Time Travelers, you have a lot more flexibility. So, I think I'm happy with this. I just don't know where to rank them in terms of in their own tier. So, and then movie bosses... we'll probably go A as well. Movie bosses, there's some good units in there. You have the 70% leader with the Ella Int Cooler. The new Easier Android 13 will be in there. Golden Freeze is a good support and a damage reducing unit, so that's going to be really good. And then it's kind of like Wicked Bloodlines as well combined together. So it just works out being pretty accurate to where this tier list will go anyway. So I think that's going to be it. I think I'm pretty happy with this. So that is pretty much the list that I have created here. Now, this might not be accurate to what you guys think, but I'm pretty happy with this. It might not be accurate in terms of left to right, because I kind of gave that up at the end of the video. Especially on the S tier, I don't know. It really depends on what event you go up against when it comes to, like, comparing the different teams. But in a general aspect, I think this is pretty accurate of what tier they go into. You might make an argument that Majin Buu Saga probably goes to A as well. Or maybe one of these goes to B. But I don't think I'm too off the marks. So if you want to debate with me down in the comment section, feel free to do so. If you think I am accurate, let me know. But I hope you guys enjoyed this tier list anyway. And I guess that wraps up the video. So make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you in tomorrow's video as always. Have a good day. Stay busy. Peace out.